All right, we are looking at general features for software for learning. So what are the identifying marks of a software for learning, or in effect a courseware? So we have the introductory part, the learner control, presentation of information, providing help, and ending of a program. So it must have, a software for learning must have most of these components. Okay. Now the introductory part of a courseware has three parts. You have the title page, you have directions, and then we have user identification. Yeah, so when you talk about the title page, there's a splash screen. I'll talk about that. The title page is the part of the program that informs the learner about what he or she is going to use. So this is not a title page, but it's a splash screen. It also serves a similar purpose as the title page. It is showing you that you are going to use Office PowerPoint. Okay. So it informs you what the program is about. It also attracts learners' attention. It also creates, it also informs the learner of the author's name and the contact information, copyright, and also provides an escape when there's a, you have opened the wrong software. Okay, this I've uploaded a video of one of your seniors who did this for a project. Okay, so this is his title page. That is the title page. So it is geometry and measurement for lower primary. So that is what the software is about. It's telling you, and then it gives you who the author is. It is Johannes Acromont. Then that is the ID, that is the email, and everything. Let's look at the recommendation. Just as you have seen here, it must necessarily have certain things. One, you must always have a title page or a splash screen. So if you don't have a title page like this, you must have a splash screen. Okay. Now, it must be interesting and very short. If you have a title page, it must be interesting, it must be cleverly designed. Now, if you include movies, animation, you must be able to skip them. And then a title page should not disappear. When you watch the video, you see that this page disappears after some few minutes. That shouldn't be. If it's a title page, it must not disappear. And the information here is too much for a splash screen. So this should not be a splash screen. This is a title page. So a title page, there should be where to start. The exit is okay, but where to start? So there must be a button showing you where to start. Okay. All right. Now you must make it clear how to continue. That is what I said, the start. Now always include the title or the owner, copyright date, and a button to exit. So in this case, he didn't provide the copyright, but it's okay. Okay. Now, if you have credit, if you took buttons from a website, you need to acknowledge it. Pictures, where you took your pictures from. I think you can take pictures from Pixel. These are Pixel. These are quality pictures. You can take them from Pixel for your courseware. Okay. And then if you have longer credit, then you must have a different page to put them there. And then do not put menus, directions, or content to be learned on the page. So your first page, your title page must not include what is being learned here. Either it is a menu, either it is topics. No, it should not be on this first page. Yeah. Now that is title page. Let's look at directions. Okay. So essentially, every courseware must have directions. Not everyone needs directions as to how to go about the program, but then you must have it. Okay. So directions include how to use certain things in the software. If you watch, if you play games, you see that before they start, they show you what to do, how to slide. If you need to match 3 things to get something vanished, they show you. These are directions. Okay. Now directions should not be at the beginning of a program. Direction for later programs should not be at the beginning. So if what they need to know now is what you give them. What they need to know now, how to use this and that is what you need now. But then if it is going to be used later in the program, then you need to reserve that. Now if directions include movies and all that, then you must provide opportunity to skip. Yeah. Now directions should be easy to skip and exit. So assuming this is my directions page, you should be able to have a button to exit. Now there must be rollovers. Let me go back to the title page I posted. Okay, I don't have it here. But when you watch the video, I will post on the platform. You see that when the buttons appear, a marker indicates what the button is for. Let me change this. Okay. When I put this here, you say it's showing that this is a rollover. So it must show what it is about. If it's a button, if the person puts the cursor on the button, it must show what the button is about, for next or what. Okay. Directions must emphasize operations of the program, such as navigations. So when you are giving directions, or your directions page must be for the navigation next. So you tell them you use this to take you to the next. You use this, if you see this icon, the icon is for home. If you see this icon, the icon is for next. If you see this icon, the icon is to take you to videos. You need to do all that. Then you must keep navigation simple. Now, if let me do this. Let me make you see this. Okay, this is exit. Okay. Assuming you place this there and write start. A few people would expect red to be associated with a start. So you must follow conventions. Red is something to say stop. Green, yellow is a go. So you must follow some traditional conventions so that you don't use colors, or you don't provide directions which people might find it difficult getting. Okay, because there is something called change blindness. So if the thing if they are expecting it to be green and you make it red, the student, the learner, may not see. Okay. Now, the next part of the introductory section is the user identification. User identification. Okay. You must have the user identification, that is login details, only when you need it. So if you need them to log in so that you can identify them by name, then you have to provide the user identification. You must keep the amount of typing to a minimum. That is, if they need to type, it must be a few things. Most of the things which are recurring, you need to let them select. You need to let them select. To type, it may give your software challenges. So in case of typo errors, you must allow users to be able to correct their errors. Now, if you are using a password, you must not let it appear on the screen. And then, if it's a collaborative learning, like if it's a space where more than one person can use the system at the same time, then you should not allow them to use their real names. They can use IDs or usernames so that they can be safe online. Okay, so that is about the introduction of a program.